Lecture 9. What is Google Analytics and what can it tell you? So far, we have talked a lot about creating content, sending emails, running ads, and targeting audiences. But here's a big question. How do you know if any of it is actually working? You don't want to just post and hope. You want to measure. You want to understand what's performing, what's not, and where you're getting the best results. That's where Google Analytics comes in. This lecture will show you what Google Analytics is, how it works, and what kinds of insights it gives you. Whether you're running a website, planning a project, or just learning marketing basics, this is one tool you will want to know. Objectives of the lecture. By the end of this lecture, you will be able to define what Google Analytics is and why it's useful. Identify the kinds of data it tracks. Understand basic metrics like users, sessions, bounce rate, and traffic sources. Explain how data from Google Analytics helps improve marketing decisions. What is Google Analytics? Google Analytics is a free tool that helps you track and understand what people do on your website. Imagine it like a camera behind the scenes. It doesn't show who you are, but it shows what you're doing, which pages you visit, how long you stay, where you came from, and whether you clicked on anything. It's used by bloggers, businesses, non-profits, universities, basically anyone who wants to know how people interact with their online space. Why use Google Analytics? Let's say you built a simple website to promote your tutoring service. You're posting on Instagram, sending emails, and running a small ad on Google. Wouldn't you want to know how many people visited your website this week? Where they came from? Instagram, email, or search? Which pages they spend the most time on? Whether they click the Contact Me button? Google Analytics can answer all of that. And once you know what's working, you can do more of it and stop wasting time on what's not. To sign up for Google Analytics, you will just write in here as Google Analytics. Click in here. Click on Get Started Today. For example, you just write in here as Eduta and scroll down a bit. Click on Next. Property name, for example, Eduta.org, and click on Next. And they're just asking what is the size of your business, for example, medium. And click one from here, like what it's about. For example, it's about education, so you will just click in here, click on Next. Here's the main thing. It asks choose your business objectives, like what do you really want to measure. For example, generate leads, you can just click in here. Drive sales, click in here. Understand web and on-app traffic, we really want that. And view users engagement and retention, we just want that as well. And you can just click on create, scroll down a bit, read all these terms and conditions, and you can scroll down a bit, click on accept, and accept this one as well. Account and property created. And now you have to choose a platform, like on what platform you're working on. For example, we're working on web, you will click on that. And here you will have to enter the website you want the measures for. For example, eduta.org and eduta. And now click on create and continue. And you will just have to set up Google tag as well. And if you don't want that for now, you can just close this one, click on next. And these are all the protocols. You will have to skip for that now as well. Now you will just have to click on next. It may take up to 48 hours before your property starts collecting data, but this is a process that you can sign up for Google Analytics. So basically this is the home screen of Google Analytics, and it shows active users in the last 30 minutes, and you can see the countries from where the users are. And when you just click in here, for example, reports, and you just want to go with real-time overview or real-time pages, you can just click in here. Here you can see it shows active users in last 30 minutes or views in last 30 minutes and active users per minute as well. So you can just see that how many users are still on your website. If you want the real-time overview, you can just click in here, and it shows that from where the people have been visiting your website, their sessions as well. In fact, it shows everything that you really want to measure for your website. Key terms and metrics. explained simply. Let's look at a few common terms you will see when using Google Analytics and what they really mean. Users. This is the number of people who visited your site. Think of each user as one person, even if they visited multiple times. Sessions. A session is one visit to your site. One user can have multiple sessions. For example, if you visit a blog today and again tomorrow, that's one user and two sessions. Page views. How many times a specific page was viewed. This tells you which pages are the most popular. Bounce rate. The percentage of users who visit one page and then leave without clicking anything else. High bounce rate. Maybe your content didn't match what they were looking for, or your page was slow to load. Traffic sources. Where your visitors came from. This is split into organic search, from Google or other search engines. Direct. They tapped your URL directly. Referral. They clicked a link on another site. Social. They came from social media. Email. From an email link. Paid. From ads. Knowing this helps you see which channels are sending traffic and which ones need work. Conversion. Goal completion. This is when someone does something you want, like filling out a form, signing up for a newsletter, or making a purchase. You can set these up as goals in Analytics. For example, if your goal is getting tutoring inquiries, a conversion happens when someone submits a contact form. How to use this data in real life? Let's imagine this scenario. You run a blog and see that 70% of your visitors come from Instagram, but those same visitors have a high bounce rate. At the same time, search traffic is growing, and those users read more articles and stay longer. What might this tell you? Maybe your Instagram posts are catchy, but not attracting the right readers. Or maybe your blog headlines work well in search, and your content matches search intent better. You now know where to improve and where to double down. And that's the power of Google Analytics. Important reminder: respect privacy. Google Analytics doesn't show personal information like names or passwords. Still, always be ethical when collecting and using data. Be transparent with visitors. Avoid tracking unnecessary data. Comply with local privacy laws like GDPR.